hustle. Here with a dear friend of mine, IFBB Pro, Mr. Scott Turner.
Yes, thank you.
So what's the good word, Brother Scott?
Not much, man. Just working, doing the photography thing, and having fun.
Right. So
I still get in the gym every once in a while.
yeah,
though.
not just a rumor.
1 or 2 days a week,
Right.
I'm good.
Sometimes he's spotted in the gym. But so overall, you turned pro how long ago?
Years ago, 2012.
2012. But you've been at it for what, a decade?
I started in 03.
03
was my first show.
Right.
My second show was 2006, where I met you
That's
on
right,
stage.
absolutely. What did I know? Nothing from nothing. You had to, I was the one.
We were whispering secrets.
Absolutely. One of the things I want to share with you guys out there, what Scott really epitomizes, is patience and persistence. A guy with a lot of talent, but it took him a while to turn pro, but
Yes.
you never gave up.
Yeah.
Each and every year you came back with a better package, worked harder. I don't know about worked harder. Ate a lot of cookies along the way.
I cheated less.
Cheated
is
less.
a better way to say that. It's more. That's a more honest way to say that.
Yeah, Scott has been blessed with a lot of natural ability, full muscle bellies, pretty boy face, but he likes to work hard, he likes to eat. I think you're one of the people that really epitomizes the ability to live, enjoy your life, and still be at the top level.
Yes, you have to have balance. There's got to be balance.
Right, so many people out there, when they think of bodybuilding, they just think of the rod.
Yeah.
Constantly, dieting 52 weeks out of the year,
Right.
no fun,
Right.
no life.
Like that is your life. Bodybuilding or fitness or whatever it is you do becomes your life. Tunnel vision, and they can't think of anything else. They can't talk about anything else.
Oh, we've
And
been
you and
there.
I have made fun of those guys.
Yes, we have.
We can't go to dinner and have a conversation that's not about bodybuilding.
Right. See what he's doing.
Or
see what
not
he's
about
eating.
this contest or
Right.
that contest. It's like you have to have a life outside of this thing that you do, because it's really not a sport, it's an industry, it's a business.
Right.
And just like you work at Kinko's or you work for UPS, outside of that life, that business, you have a whole nother life.
You have a life, right?
And so many other parts to that life, So balance is a problem for a lot of them.
Yeah, balance is a problem for a lot of people in general, especially in this sport, because they're just focused on one thing.
Yeah.
They're just always working out. What's the next meal? And that is
Selfish.
it.
It's a selfish
extremely
thing.
selfish sport.
It's a selfish
Absolutely.
thing.
But when you have the ability, you're better halves in fitness. And you guys seem to have a wonderful life together. You guys, you eat well, you look good, all those fun things. So how do you see that to make that happen?
Luck?
Luck is a part of it.
That's a whole nother topic of trying to date inside the industry or date like-minded people, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. There are very few successful couples in this
sport, right.
If you want to call it a
Yeah,
sport.
it is an industry.
Because
It
it's so
definitely is.
selfish.
Right.
It's such an isolated thing. It's you in the gym. It's you that's got to have the discipline, the diet. It's you that's backstage trying to focus before you walk out there. And it's you that's on stage by yourself. I've always said, even though it's a singular thing, it's a very selfish thing, it still takes a team. Like I have a whole team of people. I have training partners like you that I work out with throughout the years.
Right.
I got my fans, my friends, my family. I
The
got
Phatboi family.
people cooking for me.
Right.
It's even though it's an isolated thing, it takes a ton of people to help you.
We always say
be the best.
If you want to go someplace fast, you go by yourself. If you want to go someplace far, you got to take people with you.
You do.
You had that foundation of people around you.
Team effort.
Team effort. So as Scotty mentioned earlier, it's a whole other topic of a conversation. That's why we're going to have a podcast together. So you can listen to what Scotty has to say. We're going to have a whole hour of us just kind of talking about life, probably give you what we call the best practices of how to be successful in fitness, bodybuilding, and more importantly, life. That's the big key, because this is your life, right?
Yes, this is life. Yes.
So here we are, we're at Joe's little posing practice here in Old Town. How many people you have in here today?
I have 5 today. They're
5
getting ready for the USAs, and it's a good chance for them to stand in front of the head judge at the national level, Sandy. and listen to what she has to say about the future and how they're going to be judging shows this year and what to look for, what to stay away from. Good habits, bad habits, and it's good. It's a pretty good thing Joe puts on to help all the athletes here in Arizona.
Yeah, I think it's an excellent thing Joe puts on. And one of the things Scotty just alluded to, good habits. Successful people have successful habits. Unsuccessful people have unsuccessful habits. And it really boils down to that. And one of the things I always like to talk about is patience and persistence, which Scotty definitely emulated over the years before he turned pro, and separation and preparation. So you really kind of have to prepare to be successful.
You do. You have to have a plan. It takes a lot of prep, and you have to have goals. I mean, you might get to a future goal by accident just because you reach a goal, a smaller goal that you have right now today. And that's how it was with me. Like when I got into the bodybuilding thing, my goal was just to be in a magazine.
Right.
I wasn't thinking pro card. I wasn't thinking $100,000 supplement contract. I just wanted to be in a magazine.
Right.
And I thought, well, if I get in shape, I do a show, maybe I win a show, I'm going to get in a magazine. And so when I reach that small goal, it opens up doors. It opens up, and you get to set higher goals for yourself.
I think it's really, really important what he's illustrating right now. Because once you accomplish one goal, cross that off, and you have to immediately set another goal.
Yes.
You're not finished once you accomplish that first goal.
You have to.
And I think so many people fail because they accomplish this one goal, like, what's next?
Right.
This is it. You always have to keep reaching higher. So not only having a goal, but more or less a vision of where you want to go.
Future.
A future.
You have to have a vision for your future.
Absolutely. And in this sport, it's one of the few sports that each and every year there's a new class of people coming to take your job.
Newbies.
And you can be like bodybuilding. I think it's interesting. You can be like a fine wine, get better as you age.
Yes, you can.
But in the world we live in, it's always everything's promised to the young, to the people 20, 21, 22. But what you've seen is as you've gotten older and better, you become smarter, better disciplined, train smarter,
not harder,
less injuries.
Yes.
You eat better. You don't want to pick your spots.
Right. And that has more to do with maturity, period, as well as muscle maturity and learning what to do, what not to do throughout your training. It's a process. It's a learning process from start to finish.
Start to finish. Yeah, so, look, Scotty, can you tell a little bit about Phatboi photography right now?
Phat, P-H-A-T, photography.
Photography!
It's a spin-off from my team, Phatboi LLC. We coach athletes, we've got pros, and we do everything. We have camps, fitness camps, everything.
You've been doing that for years.
We've been doing that since 2007. Yeah.
There it is.
And
there it is.
It's been very successful. We've always had a really good group of athletes and a really good group of people surrounding it. And now I'm taking it to the next step, which is photography. I love it. I've had a love for photography forever.
Right, so from being before in front of the camera, now you're behind the camera.
Yeah, it's when I did the bulk of my learning about lighting and, the technical stuff of just pointing a camera. I learned from being in front of some of the best photographers in the world as far as shooting fitness, and doing shoots for magazines, getting magazine covers. You get to learn all this and experience all it. And if you don't take advantage of that, then what's the point?
Right,
just to be in a magazine, just to be on the cover of a magazine.
Right. So, in
you
other
have
words,
to take advantage of those opportunities.
Even then, you're seeding more to do, even post bodybuilding.
Yes.
So create a career for yourself.
I've been saying for probably the last 10 years that my retirement was going to be photography. That was going to be my job when I retired.
And there it is.
From bodybuilding. And
you created it.
Yeah, you gotta speak it into the universe and make it happen.
And that's one of the things, guys, we're going to talk about, speaking things into the universe. Whatever you ask the universe for is going to give to you.
As long as you do the work.
Do the work. And one of the things,
it's not just going to come.
No, not going to come. But one of the things I want to share, this guy right here is outstanding individual, great person. But they can follow you and find you where?
On Instagram at Scott Phatboi Turner or at Phatography, P-H-A-T, Photography by Scott. And on Facebook, Scott Phatboi Turner.
Right, so there's a lot of different platforms to find Scotty on.
Yeah, social media is like.
Yeah, right. Look for him. because you're going to see a lot of his athletes, a lot of his wonderful photography. That's something I just recently started following. He's going to make this old man look good.
I am.
And
we're going to have fun. We're going to have fun. It'll be like old times.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We used to do it in the gym. Now we're going to do it in the studio.
There it is. There it is. So, guys, hey, look out for what we have coming forward. There'll be a podcast coming up. Check out Photography by Scott.
Photography by Scott.
There it is. We'll talk to you guys soon. Keep it coming.